The following is a presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to coverage of Johnston Jaguars basketball. CRN Productions. Not only is it on the Community Radio Network, it is also on our Wake Tech Eagles and Johnston Jaguars coverage. And it feels like we're kind of going back to 2020 again. No fans are in attendance, so this is the only way that you are able to keep up with the coverage that's going on with the National Junior Collegiate Athletic Association in Raleigh tonight. Good evening. I'm Wesley Outland, joined alongside is Bruce Barrett. Of course, we do have Will Chalk as our CRN broadcast sideline reporter to grab coach interviews, player interviews, and more throughout this game. Bruce, obviously, no fans allowed. The Omicron virus is spreading again. Obviously, COVID is still around. And for the safety of the players for the time being, the powers that be at Wake Tech said no fans until further notice, at least for the next week or two.
But this is the rivalry.
This is the rivalry.
This game here goes back. I mean, when these two teams started playing each other, it just got bigger and bigger, closer and closer. We're going to have an outstanding game. Jaguars come off. They have won 4 of their last 5, and they've been very impressive. They're on a 2-game winning streak. Wake Tech wants to get back on the winning side after coming off a loss against Brunswick.
Should be a great game. We now go to public address right now as we prepare for the national anthem. So the player intro's not going to happen. Obviously, there's no fans here. We'll prepare for the tip-off, and we'll bring to the broadcast crew the third member of our team. He'll be making his debut in college basketball here tonight. The rivalry. Will Chalk, welcome to the program, buddy. What you got for us? We'll get him in place real quickly.
Well, as of right now, this is my first college game. I have not been to very many college basketball games, and I hear this is a rivalry game. So I'm excited to see what happens.
So you hear the word rivalry, and what comes to mind from that?
Well, obviously, since we're in Clayton, that's where I go to high school.
That's right.
The Cleveland-Clayton thing comes up first for me.
That's right, buddy.
But I also think of the bigger rivalries: Duke, Carolina, State, Carolina.
Sure. Well, we'll definitely see what happens here as we await these two teams to get into place. Men's basketball, this is the rivalry. We covered the women's rivalry back on December the 14th. And, of course, the Wake Tech Eagles picked up the win in that. Of course, Johnston Jaguars coming off of a win the other night. We were waiting the tip-off. Blue on blue with gray in their numbers. Johnston on the jerseys of the Jaguars. And, of course, gray on gray with teal blue. And, of course, dark blue with their numbers with the Eagles logo in the front. Tip-off rivalry gets underway with the ball deflected at the officials' bench, Bruce.
And it was touched. The jump ball was actually won by the Jaguars, but it went out of bounds, and it will go to Wake Tech.
That's exactly right. And by the way, these officials are from the National Junior Collegiate Athletic Association. Crew chief is Kenny Johnson. Referees are Derek Guadio and David Rittenhouse. Clock operator is Allison Beasley. And, of course, scorer is Robin Page, official score. Ready to go for the Wake Tech Eagles. Boy, I tell you what, man, up inside, big move, number 11. That was Shane Siago. And Siago, the forward, turns it over back to the Jaguars. They respond. And there is our buddy, number 3, putting it in. And the Jaguars strike first, and that is Casey Perkins, the sophomore.
So the Jaguars get the early lead, 2-0 here early in this contest. 3-point shot taken. It is drained.
Wow.
By number 12, Chris High.
Chris High, the guard, sophomore, 6'3", 170, graduated from Rocky Mountain with the Nash Central. We called Nash Central Bulldogs basketball during the tournament. And the John Jacobs Chris tournament back at Cleveland. Cleveland Clayton, by the way, tomorrow night on the Community Radio Network and NFHS Network up the lane. And there goes our, there we go, DeAndre Dabney. He'll put it in for 2, and the Jaguars back down up by 1.
So far, the Jaguars are 2 for 2 in possessions right now.
That's right. Jaguars trying to respond. Back on the defense. There goes Jakeem Herbert. Herbert will go inside by High. High will now find Siago under the paint.
Nice pass.
Look. Fighting for it. Third time. No good. And a whistle and a foul will be called. Foul is going to be called on number 10. And that is going to be for the Jaguars of Savon Holland, sophomore Savon Holland. So first foul, first team foul.
It'll be a 2-shotter as the first shots goes up no good. That's going to be Shane Siago.
Shane Siago, Ford sophomore, 6'4", 210 pounds. Guilford Tech is where he started college, now at Wake Tech, and he's from Wendell and graduated from Knightdale, another school we know well, the Knightdale Knights.
So he splits the pair of free throws, and we are knotted at 4.
Back to it again here. So again, the gray on gray, blue on gray for the away colors, and gray on teal, if you will, for the Jaguars, or against their rival, that is the Eagles. Beautiful arena here. We're at the South Campus. And up the rim, basket in for 2.
Drive.
Nice precision, getting it done. How about that? Number 3.
Jamison there with 2 points. Nice drive in transition. There's a steal. Here come the Eagles.
Wow. We weren't expecting that.
And a foul, and the basket's going to count.
A basket and 1.
Number 12, Chris High, gets the 2, and now he will get the 3-point play the old-fashioned way here, the chance.
As you always call it.
So it'll be 2 fouls now against the Jaguars here. Early 17:55, 8-4 with a free throw coming for the Eagles.
That's right.
Nice shot. And it rims out, no good. And here come the Jaguars.
Come back and respond. It's 8-4. Now a 4-point lead for the Wake Tech Eagles. The rivalry, almost a steal as Kamon Green drives up the lane. Basket off the rim, no good. They'll fight for it. Second time, Savon Holland came up with it. Holland now sets it up around the circle, goes to Perkins. Perkins, correction, back to Green. Green now goes to Ruffin. Ruffin will now go back to Holland. Back to Perkins. Perkins up the lane. In a box was 4 Eagles, and they're going to call a foul.
And I think it's going to be against number 12, and that's who they're calling it against, and that's going to be Chris High with his team first.
Yeah.
And that will be an inbound, and they will reset the shot clock at 20 seconds now.
So a foul is called. Get them reset and go back. Is this game underway? Thanks for those who are watching. No tip off. There we go. Got the rebound back. Responding. 44 with the rebound. That's Shaquem Herbert up the lane. Fighting for it.
Nice
that
pass.
Was Jamison. Jamison got it to 11 of Siago, and they'll put it in for another 2. And right now it's a 6-point lead. Boy, Johnston might have started the fire first in the rivalry, but not out in front now as they're trying to respond back. Down by 6. Rebound shot, no good. Coming back to the Eagles, and here they come up court now. Come on, Humphrey. Cameron Humphrey throws it from Siago like a football throw.
There's a
Inside
steal.
in a steal by Casey Perkins. Perkins takes it away. He'll get it now to Ruffin, and they go up court, Bruce.
So now they need to set up their offense. And that's exactly what they do. They get the ball at the top of the key there to number 3, Perkins. Perkins now passes it off to Ruffin. Ruffin sets up an offense, calls an offensive play.
Get everything set up there inside. Going
Nice
for the
pass.
rim. There's Dabney. Dabney goes now to Green.
That's short.
He got, I thought it was a foul, but he was short. You would hear the reaction of the crowd being airball if there was fans in the house, but unfortunately that's just not the case. Only media providers and the scores officials, the coaches, players, and safety trainer personnel of Wake Tech and Johnston Jaguars. No fans, reach in and a foul called. And, man, it's on rough. And you see him running to our broadcast position saying, no, I couldn't have done that. Why did I do that? Why? And they're going to call him a foul on that one. There.
Third team foul for the Jaguars now is number 2. Cameron Humphrey from Raleigh, North Carolina, played his high school basketball at Nightdale.
There you go. Another Nightdale night.
And he makes the first one.
And by the way, CRN had the Nightdale Nights in the comments before, and that is a beautiful facility in Nightdale.
Absolutely.
I think we were there back in November, right before Thanksgiving, if I remember, Bruce.
Great program there in Nightdale, no doubt about
Number
it.
2, the Nightdale Knight, former senior, puts it in.
Makes
It's
them
now
both.
an 8-point lead. 8-point lead. It's right now 15-40 remaining in the first half of play. Will Chalk on the sideline. Casey Perkins, DeAndre Dabney. Gets it to Ruffin for 3, and they needed it.
And, I mean, he hit that one from way downtown. That was an NBA 3, big time. 12-7.
Up the lane, number 2 drives in, threw it away.
Defense.
Threw it away.
Ruffin got a hand on that one and drove it out of bounds. Great defense by the Jaguars.
15-24.
Ball.
Next whistle, we'll check in with Will Chalk and get his thoughts on the sidelines of where things are at so far, as a couple of players are stepping in. Subs. Jaguars on the defense still, as it'll stay in the area of Wake Tech. Shot for 3, in and out. Attempt by number 44 of Jakeem Herburn, and then there's a flag. There's a whistle.
He's ready for tonight's national championship game.
There you go. Yes, I'm ready.
Charles
Roll
Walker,
Tide, baby.
That ball was out of bounds on Charles Walker of the Jaguars, so the Eagles will keep the ball as they work it around. A three-pointer, and it's good by number 12, and that's his
How about
second
that?
3 for Chris High now.
What a good job
15-7.
Yes, sir. Putting it in, though, down by 8. A 15-7. They try to respond, lost the ball. That was Perkins to Ruffin. Ruffin inside, top of the circle, and driving up the lane. There goes Charles Walker. Walker will go to Savon Holland, another 3, and you do just like that. You're back down by 5.
That's a great job. They reversed the ball and found the open shot. The three-pointer is good. It's 15-10. Eagles now with the ball in the offensive zone.
Offensive zone, driving up the lane. Shot for 3.
Oh,
responding. Boy, that was sweet right there, wasn't it?
Chris High has now got 9 of his 11 points so far have been behind the arc for the Eagles.
Man, that was a good one right there. They put it in with no problem whatsoever. And just like that.
And there's another 3 from way downtown by number 10. And that is his third or second 3 now. And that's Holland. And, I mean, he's not taking a college 3. He's taking NBA 3s, and they're rainbows, and they're hitting the bottom of the net.
But the thing is, though, Bruce, once they respond to a 3, the other team comes right back and responds to a 3 as well. So
that's the way it's done.
It's the rivalry. It's the rivalry.
Oh, that was a beautiful move to the inside by number 11, Siago, with a layup for 2. Just a beautiful move to the inside.
Beautiful move inside, driving up the lane, goes Ruffin. Ruffin will now find.
Oh, off his foot.
Perkins loses the ball, picking it up. Battle of the 3, and the layup and 2 and good. Number 3 there, that is Chance Jamison, the 6'4", 160-pound sophomore guard, and they scored again.
And that was an unforced error there, just off the foot of Ruffin. chased down by Jamison. He gets the layup with a lot of patience there. Did a great job driving the lane. And here's a steal.
Oh, right
And that should be a trap. A timeout before the travel was called by number 3 after the turnover.
Oh, yeah.
If he doesn't call that timeout, that's a travel, and he gets the timeout called.
Will Chalk, we'll check into you on the sideline, bud. Your take of the opening 8 minutes, and our camera lady, as Jackie's in, if she wants to zoom to his location right there to let everybody know where he is. Say hello, wave to everybody, Will. And what's your take of the opening 8 minutes of the game so far?
Well, right now, I see Cameron Humphrey and Shane Siago really running this offense for Wake Tech. They're setting everything up. Shane Siago's using his size. And Johnston Community is also getting a lot of good three-pointers in. And right now, it's just been back and forth.
Very good game so far. And, of course, it is a media timeout. We will take one with them. We're underway. Of course, it is different not having the fans here, but we wish you were here. In some shape or form, you are here in our presence and in our hearts. As there is a commercial, we'll take 15-second timeout and come back in just a moment.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone.
Done.
By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Welcome back to Jaguars basketball as well as the Wake Tech Eagles. Thanks to the referees for giving us the opportunity to come back on timeout as well. I'm Wesley Outland, Bruce Barrett, Will Chalk. Jackie Zinn is our production assistant and the videographer for the game.
Humphrey.
She's giving you the sights as we give you the sounds, Bruce.
Humphrey goes for a 3, misses it. The Jaguars come right back, try a 3, and it doesn't go. And here comes the Eagles running now down the court, off the glass, and it's good.
Wow.
And Jamison again with 2 points.
Are you serious? Up
And
the
there's a
lane,
foul.
and the ball bounces off the backboard there, and they're going to call another foul on this here.
It's going to be on number 11, Siago. It'll be his first. And this will be a shooting foul. Number 14, Christian King will go
That's
to
right.
the line, the freshman. The final score, Winthrop in a thriller defeats Campbell 74-72. And that went right down to the wire, Wesley.
How about that? Yeah.
The
I'm ready
first
for
one's good.
I'm ready for the national championship tonight, buddy. You know me.
That ought to be a really good one there.
I
So
know-
the first free throw was good.
I'm
Here comes the second.
changing into my Roll Tide clothes after this game is over with, but I promise you that.
And the second one by King is good. 24-15.
Who you going with? Alabama or
Roll Tide.
All right.
Yeah,
Give me a pound,
I
fist
think
pound.
Alabama is
Yeah.
that program. I tell you, is just really, really solid. Nick Saban, I tell you, he's made Bear Bryant very proud. There's
As
no
my
doubt
girlfriend
about
calls
that.
him the devil. I just thought, don't do that.
Here's a
Here's a
three
sneaker.
ball on
Oh,
the way, and
wow.
misses everything. And here come the Jaguars with the ball now, quickly up court,
Oh, it
throws it
goes
away.
deflected in the stands. You. She doesn't have a microphone on, but you did hear her snickering and laugh in the background.
Sure.
So yeah. Hey, Will, who you going with tonight? Georgia or Alabama for the national championship? Is right now it's a 9-point lead for the Eagles and the Jaguars rivalry.
Well, I really want Georgia to win, but I don't think if they can't compete with them in the second half, I think Alabama's just going to steamroll them.
There you go.
They did the first time.
Jamison scores again, another 2 points.
My sentiments exactly. Young man knows well. Up the lane,
Nice
basket off the net, no good. There you go.
A little out of control there underneath the basket.
He was trying to respond for the number 0. We need to see what he can do here as he works his way up court, but it's still the Jaguars in fine fashion, still out in front.
Kick out. Here's the 3 ball. Rims
Wow,
out
it almost went in the net.
after the rim out.
The link is posted now if you check social media. Shot for 3. Charles Walker Jr., it's above the nets. He just overshot the nets is what I meant to say. And they'll turn it right back over to the Eagles. These bad throws are allowing Wake Tech to capitalize, and then they're doing craziness as well.
And
Shot for 3.
That's all. They're
Two
just
attempts.
launching threes for some reason.
Yeah,
And
he's throwing
Jaguars,
bombs.
They're not falling. And there's a nice, beautiful assist
Wow.
by number 2, Green.
Yeah, that
as
was
the
Come On
basket
Green
comes
with
in.
Charles Walker Jr. putting it in, by the way. Wow.
Just a beautiful pass. And the angle that we're at, you can see that hole. It was just a beautiful throw.
They certainly are. The rivalry. Shot for three.
Another
with the attempt
three,
again
no
by
good.
number 21. He came up short again.
And here come the Jaguars running now.
Wow. Here we go.
Mid-range jumpers up and good by number 12. And that's Charles Walker again. And now the Jaguars coming back here. They trail now by 7. 9:57 left to go here in the first half. Eagles on top. Pass to the outside. A drive to the lane by number 44, and it's good. And that is Jakeem Herman with his first 2 of the night.
Yeah, how about that, man? He was right there.
28. And the basket by the Jaguars is good. It makes it 21. As Walker gets another 2.
Right now, it is 28-21. Don't count out the Jaguars. They are trying to stay in this as another three goes
off
up.
ball.
And he's short. Come on, Humphrey just throws it up and no one home. He's going to up the lane. Come on, Green.
there's a
He's going to
great- that's
go
gonna
and
be a
fight to
body.
the basket and gets fouled.
He's going to get fouled. I believe it's going to be on number 3. And now they're saying number,
Are they going to call in a foul?
I believe they are. And I think it's going to be against trying to get the number 21. And that would be Eric Shadowan.
Okay. All right, there we go.
And the shot taken by Kevin Green is no good. Into the lineup, number 33 checks out, and that's Dabney. And I believe it's going to be number 11 checking in now, and that's going to be Allen with Keith
Come on,
Allen.
Green is going to go to the line and shoot 2.
He's
On
missed the
one and
first one,
It was
missed
a 1
second.
and 1, actually.
He missed both of them.
Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry. I did miss it. My apologies. I was working on social media posts. I'm being honest. There's Charles Walker
There's a
Jr. He got
turnover.
it back.
Now
Look,
fight
a
for the ball.
football tackle right in front of us, man. Got it back.
Drives the lane.
Basket.
No
Oh, it's out of the net. It was so close for Chris High. Oh,
good. And it's going
wow.
to be a foul on number 1, I believe, and it's going to be roughing.
Man, I thought that ball was going to
It
go
might
in
be
there.
on number 0. We need to get a name on number 0 if our sideline reporter can
Yeah,
get
go
that
grab
for
us a name there if you can, Will Chalk, and find out who the guy in the 0 jersey is for the Jaguars. If you don't mind, my friend, please. We greatly appreciate it.
The shot's up. It's good. Number 12, Chris High. It's his first free throw.
Breon Lewis.
Breon Lewis is number 0. Thanks, Coach Creasy. You can hear it in the background. Thank you. Breon
That's
Lewis.
his first foul. There's the second shot. It is no good.
Thank you, Will. And number 11 driving up the lane for the Jaguars. And, yeah, there you go.
Shot,
Turn
ball's
it over.
in the
No
air,
good. That
fighting
was
for it.
Joaquin Allen. Got it right back, though, is Wake Tech.
Jaguars
Number
down by
12.
8 here.
Chris High now sets it off to Jalen Lynch. She'll go upside. He'll now get it back to Shadon. Shadon will go inside to Siago. Up the paint, through the net.
That's gotta
there
be-
is a foul. I think it's going to be called on the defense there.
It's going to be
It's on Holland. Joaquin Allen, actually.
actually, yes. And it looked like we're going to call a player control foul.
Wow, no. Wow, yeah, it
They
is. It's
did
a
call a player
turnover. They
control
did.
foul.
They did. It's a foul on the
And
on
that'll
the
be
Eagles.
number 11, Siago, and that'll be his second.
So
8:22 to go here. Jaguars trail by 7, 29-21.
8-point lead, 8:22. Remember, they play 2 20-minute halves, just like NCAA basketball and the NJCAA.
Wofford leads UNC Greensboro right now with 9:41 in the second period, 38-35. Low scoring affair there.
Certainly is, man. By the way, we do want to let everybody know we are simulcasting on both networks for the Wake
weekend.
Tech Eagles and the Johnston Jaguars. So in more or less, even though we are the voice of the Johnston Jaguars, we're going to try to call this as impartial, as a neutral broadcast, if you will.
I'll do my best.
And thanks to Ben Allweiler and Derek Arnold on the ADs for both schools having us do it. This 8-point lead. Here we go. Up the lane. Rough and jumper. Put it in.
Yeah, nice play there. Got a little bit of a screen coming around the horn there to get that basket there at the top of the key.
The lead is now cut to 6. The rivalry is on between Johnston and Wake Tech. Up the nets, basket, goes Perkins on the rebound. They rush back up court. Firing up the lane. Who will it be there?
Good ball movement. Mid-range jumper off target. Tap back up. No good. Rebounded by the Eagles. Here come the Eagles.
Got it back. That never say die spirit by the Jaguars and the Eagles fighting for it. Here comes now DeAndre Dabney back on the rebound again, and here we go.
JCC looking to cut into this lead. They're down by 6.
Got a foul. Whistle and a foul. Dabney's going to go to the line, and it's going to be 1-1, or a 2-shot foul, actually. 21 in the block called on Eric.
I believe
Sheldon.
It's Chris Hugh is who they called that on, number 12.
I'm sorry. I guess it is. Chris High, actually.
So it's going to be his second foul. It'll be 2 shots coming now. Come on, Green. He missed his first 2. This will be a 2-shot foul. The shot. Makes that one. And checking in now for the Jaguars.
Again
is number 10, and that's going to be Holland back into the game. He's got 6 points,
Holland.
Both of them 3-point style.
Holland back in the game is all silent here in Raleigh with no fans allowed. Come on, Green. Second shot bounces off the net. No good. Rebound by Jakeem Herbin. Herbin resets, drives up the lane, turnover back to Holland. Holland now gets the rebound. He'll go to Green. He loses the ball at midcourt. Holland is the saving grace. He's there. Got his back. Puts it in.
Yes.
Casey Perkins for 2. And the lead is now 3.
So Holland did a great job following the ball. Got the ball, came up, got the jumper for his 8th point of the game.
Certainly did.
So now the Eagles looking, trying to drive the lane. Defense crashes. They get a turnover.
Oh, it's tipped up. Here he goes.
Here it comes.
Perkins.
It's a 3-0.
Oh,
He thunders that dunk.
Wow, what a job there. Hard slam. Is this the Shrek or is it the Eagles' house?
And the Eagles' nest.
The Eagles'
Here we go.
nest. Shot for 3 off
No
the
good.
net. No good. Wow, got it back on the
And
rebound.
here's another break. Here come the Jaguars.
Look at that. Just a
And
simple.
layup's good. And that is Wakees Allen with his first 2. And quickly, the Jaguars take the lead 30-29.
For the first time, Jaguars led in the beginning. And now in and out of the basket when he gets hit by number 2. And that was Cameron Humphrey. And now the Jaguars trying to extend off the net. It's no good on the 3 attempt.
Oh, here's
Holland for 3.
breakaway.
It was short. Here comes now the response of the Eagles' nest by, come on, Humphrey. Back out in front. Basket is good. And we will also take a timeout. 31-30. 5:31 remaining in the first period. A dandy. The rivalry. Men's basketball college with the NJCAA. And you're checking it out on YouTube TV and listening on the Community Radio Network. We will step away from Raleigh in just a moment.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone.
Done.
U.S. that struggle with hunger. Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Eagles' Nest here in Raleigh. The rivalry is back. I'm Wesley Outland. Bruce Barrett is alongside. Will Chalk is our broadcast sideline reporter. Our production assistant and videographer for this game is also Jackie Zinn. And we are ready to go as Savon Holland ready to inbound it back to the Jaguars. It's a 1-point lead, 16 fouls on the Eagles, 4 on the Jaguars, and Johnston finally, Bruce Barrett, showing signs of life as they have possession of the rock.
Well, we've had 4 lead changes so far, and now the Jaguars can make it 5 with a basket here.
Oh, a turnover.
A turnover, though.
Give it
Here come
right
the
back
Eagles.
to the Eagles. That's Shane Siago as he drives up
Oh,
the
what
lane.
a block.
Block and a basket, no good, but he's going to go to the line and shoot. And that is Cameron Humphrey. He's a 5'9", 155 sophomore guard from Raleigh. And he is going to shoot again, too.
The foul was not on the person who blocked that shot. That was Keith Allen, but it was underneath. And I believe that foul was going to be called on number 3.
Casey Perkins for the Jaguars.
That will be his first.
So it is a 1-point lead still. First shot, no good by Humphrey. Sub just came in the game. Number 14, Christian King for the Jaguars is in.
He makes the second.
And it is a 2-point lead now for the Johnston Jaguars as Christian King, first time with the rock this evening in the rivalry at the Eagles' Nest. King will find Ruffin, top of the circle. They'll move from left to right. Ruffin throws up a 3. It was off the rim,
Way
far right,
outside.
no good. Outside the nets, and they'll turn it over right back to Wake Tech. Give the rebound back to Siago. Siago goes
nice.
for 3, and it's
And that
good.
was a
No,
2.
they call it a
2-point.
2-shot. 2-shot. He stepped over the line. 2-shot. But it is a 4-point lead again for the Jaguars. Man, Waukese Allen under pressure. Come on, Green going to throw it back to Allen. Allen boxed by Green.
That ball was
Couldn't get
tipped.
to King. Here comes Ruffin. He'll drive up with 4 men to beat. Oh, Holland
Nice
is there.
rebound.
Waukese Allen there for 2.
Keith
the
Allen,
lead to
nice
2 now.
rebound and put back there for the Jaguars.
1 man to beat. They lost the ball. They got the ball. Jaguars on the ground. They got to fight for it. Comes
Gets
out
it
with
out.
it is Ruffin. Ruffin after the takeaway by Waukese Allen. Put it up. Come on, Green. He's short. Goes over the rim. Turnover back to the Eagles. Siago. Throw up for 3. Short by Herbin. And Herbin now comes up again with the rebound.
It's
And
gonna be
fouled is going to be 11. Siago. Basket and 1.
And just not a
Wow.
good job of boxing out there by the Jaguars. But when you're underneath the basket like that, you've got to make that free throw. And, of course, Green very frustrated after missing that layup there.
Will Chalk, man, you were right there amongst all that action near the baseline. Your take of what's going on as we see Siago now at the free throw line, and he makes it a 3-point play.
Well, right now, Siago is taking over the end of the second half. He's getting a lot of and-ones. He's getting a lot of baskets made in the paint. And Johnston doesn't really have the size that Wake Tech does, and Siago is really taking advantage of that.
Ball deflected back into the crowd as it will go back to the Jaguars, it looks like.
And number 12, number 11, that's what Keith Allen checking. Correction, number 12, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
Walker
our
Jr.
buddy
back in.
Charles Walker Jr. back in the game. As Walker Jr. back to the rock, coming from Ruffin. Ruffin will now go back inside. Boxed in is going to be Dabney. Dabney now goes back to Walker. Walker back to Ruffin. Ruffin to Holland. Holland now says it's go time, boys. Through the triangle. Come on, Green with a save. Goes
Good
back to
ball
Ruffin.
movement.
Ruffin off the line.
Good ball
Shoots.
movement.
They call it a 2-shot. 2-point shot and a 1-point lead remains here.
Jaguars very patient on that play there and got the good look and got the point to go with it. 34-37, down by 3 now.
Down by 3. They got to respond. Here we go. Shot for 3. Off the rim. No good. Off the nets. Rebound. Here come the Jaguars. They got to respond. Under 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Ruffin. Jumper. Rim. No good. Responding back. Here we go.
Jaguars quickly back on
Basket
defense.
and
That's going
one.
to be counted. That's going to count.
And 1 for number 2. And we mentioned his name again. Cameron Humphrey. 5'9", sophomore guard from Raleigh. Graduated from Nightdale in a basket and 1 to increase the lead in the rivalry for the Eagles.
So here he dribbles, gets set, does shot. It's off, and we had a whistle, horn, but they play on.
Whistle, horn. Ruffin will go back now to Green. Green will now find Charles Walker. Inside, Ruffin goes to Walker. Looking, Under pressure is Dabney. Dabney to Green. Green goes back to Ruffin, top of the circle. Now middle lane goes Charles Walker Jr. Throws one up, is going to be Dabney. He's short. Rebound by Jamison. He'll get it back. They rush up court.
And
He puts it in. Number 4, that's Caleb Pendleton. Guard freshman. Great way, moved to the basket and got it done.
Got his first 2 here in this rivalry game. Nice pick. And he's underneath. He needs to get out of that lane, and they get the turnover.
And that last score, by the way, was number 3, Chance Jamison. My apologies, not number 4. It was Jamison. And again, Jamison gets it back to Humphrey, and Humphrey puts it in for another 2. But it was Jamison that got the 2 the last time, not number 4 of Pendleton. My apologies on that. 43-34, flip-flop the numbers. Jaguars were beginning to make a run up. Here comes Holland for 3.
And
Makes it
nice
good.
Shot.
Field goal good.
He's got 3 threes right now from the three-point line for 11 total points here with 1:40 to go here in the first half.
Closing out at the end of the first half, and another response for a 3, 2 shots. It's actually 2. That was number 11 of Ziago. Ziago puts it in the Nightdale goal forward for the Eagles.
12 points for Ziago so far in this one.
Dabney fires in. Here he goes. Shot up for 3. No good by
rebound.
Charles Walker. Rebound back. As come on, Green was trying to get it back, and then they call it's out of bounds. Goes back to the Eagles. Wake Tech.
In comes Waquise Allen. And number 3, I believe that is, and that's going to be Jamison back in. And for the Eagles, correction, number 21 coming back in for the Eagles.
Number 2 right now, currently 45-37 up the lane. That's going to be number 11. Ziago under pressure. He's boxed in. Humphrey is there. Humphrey, pink shoes, loving them. Goes inside now. Back to Shadon, and they throw it in.
Let's see who we're going to call it on now. Let's see.
Ruffin's running all the way to the
Number
baseline,
1.
to the wall and back.
And they're going to call it on Ruffin. That'll be
They call
his
it
second.
on Ruffin. Yeah. Go
Kind
run,
of a reach, and I think that's a very good call.
go run a mile. And they call it on Ruffin. I believe that's his, second
Second
foul on
6
Ruffin.
Team foul. So the 7th. So they're in the 1-and-1 now. Number 21 comes in to shoot. This is Shadoan.
Eric Shadoan, 6'4" freshman
makes
guard from Pittsburgh. He graduated from the Word of God. We know that is Word of God Christian Academy, where the Raleigh Firebirds played basketball
That's right.
a couple of years ago, where we met each other on the basketball league. Shout out to Dave Magley and all the people there. Dave and Evelyn. Shot off the rim, and it's
Makes
good
them both.
by Showden getting it in there. And the lead now at 10, 47-37, under a minute remaining. Will Chalk will grab a word with either the Wake Tech coach or the Johnston Jaguar coach at the end of the half. It's looking, Will, that you're probably going to make your way to the Wake Tech line and try to get a word with the head coach for the Wake Tech Eagles, as right now it is all a 10-point lead in the rivalry in the first half. Going for 3, in and out, a tip by Holland. Getting it back down to number 11, Waquise Allen. He turned it back over and get it to 11 of Ziago for the Eagles. Powering up the lane, driving
Nice drive.
in. Number 3, Chance Jamison, the guard. I believe I can fly. Look out, R. Kelly. He can fly as well. Jamison really put in that too.
12 points for Jamison so far for the Eagles.
Come on, Green wants to show him up, and he puts it in with a blocker in front for 2. He can fly. 3 seconds. Throwing up one before the horn off the rim, and it's no good. And we're at the half, and it is currently 49-39 with a 10-point lead, as I believe our coach for the Wake Tech Eagles is going to grab a word with Will Chalk real quick to talk about the first half of the game. And we go to Will on the sideline right now.
Hey, Coach, how do you feel that your team has played in this first half?
We could have done better. We got to get back in transition a little bit better. Our zones work fairly well, so we'll probably stick to that second half. But, we got to do a better job of getting back in transition and stopping the drive. And just taking better shots. We had a period there we just didn't take very many good shots, and it hurt us, and they took the lead. So we just got to do a little bit better job with that.
How do you think your fast break points have made y'all get this big lead?
Well, that's what kind of team we are. We got to get up and down. We want to play up and down, and we'd rather have a game in the 90s and the 100s than a game in the 70s. So that's just how we play. That's what we want to do all the time is push the ball, and that's kind of our thing. So we're gonna keep on trying to do it and see what happens.
What second half adjustments are you going to apply?
Well, obviously we're going to have to put more ball pressure during our zone because they got a few threes we didn't like. And, other than that, just our shot selection and run a few more different things. So we'll be all right.
All right, thank you, Coach.
That's the head coach of the Wake Tech Eagles. All right, hey, Will, your take of the first half of the game, buddy, before we get ready for the start of the second half, man.
Well, I think this game is very fast-paced, way more fast-paced than a high school game. And I think that Wake Tech is controlled. They're just executing way better than Johnston Community College is right now.
And it's a 10-point lead, for sure. And by the way, everybody that's watching the broadcast or listening, he is, how old are you, Will? 14?
I'm 15.
15 years old, and he is in high school. He is one of our CRN interns. And by the way, that is all thanks to Miss Kim Foster from her sports marketing program right before the end of the year and their semester. Bruce, I was invited to go and talk to these students about what it takes to do this job and be in this industry. And, of course, Will is one of those interns along with Brendan Reeves. We heard him do the college game with Kevin Stuff and myself last Wednesday night for the Johnston Jaguars win over the Pitt Bulldogs. And, of course, Fayetteville Tech is which one it was. So take you a break, Will. We'll come back and grab Coach Creasy when they come out of the locker room for the second half. But, Bruce, I'll let you tally up points. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We are currently at halftime. It is a 10-point lead in the rivalry between Wake Tech and the Johnston Jaguars. The Eagle Nest, though empty, electric with NJCAA men's college basketball. We'll have more with it on the Community Radio Network, as well as those are watching on YouTube TV. It's a 10-point lead, 49 for the Wake Tech Eagles, 39 for the Johnston Jaguars, but still a lot of basketball left to be played here at the Eagles Nest in Raleigh.
You're listening to the Community Radio Network. Follow us via social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CRN Sports. Plus, listen to other games at 87.5 FM or join us anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.
Hello?
Man, where are you? I thought you were coming.
I can't. I'm in bed with the flu.
The flu? Whoa. Grandma's about to crowd surf. Man, I'll call you back.
Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is safe, effective, and you can get it at the same time as your COVID-19 vaccine. A flu shot is the best way to prevent the flu and its potentially serious complications. Don't get flu FOMO. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
I may never have met you. We don't go way back. Maybe we wouldn't even be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because your mask doesn't protect you. It protects me. I wear my mask to protect you. Mask up, America.
For help with food, healthcare, and other resources, call or visit 211.org.
211, how can I help you?
211, get connected, get help. A message from United Way and the Ad Council.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone.
Done.
By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
These are the sounds of a dinner that almost didn't happen. A dinner now served, thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feedingamerica.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
The following is a presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN.
Hey, we welcome you back to coverage here on the Community Radio Network. And for those that are watching on YouTube TV, I'm Wesley Outland, 49-39 at the half. Still a great game here for the rivalry. We're joined with Ben Anweiler, who is the athletic director of Wake Tech Eagles. First off, obviously, it's a tough decision not to have the fans here, but at least in some type of way, we're still continuing the game of basketball.
Absolutely. We weren't able to play basketball at all last year at Wake Tech, so we're just excited to be playing right now. And even if it's for a few weeks or so without fans, we get to play.
Well, it's a good game here so far. Obviously, we were talking about this, preparing for it. I've been in brace broadcaster mode for the last 72 hours and then preparing for this game and then literally finding out in the shock yesterday that literally, hey, there's not going to be fans there. And it's different. I tell people this because sometimes people pick on us and they say, well, you're lucky. You get to do it. It's different when you're a broadcaster and you're used to hearing the roar of the crowd and the fans, and then it's gone. And we know what that was like back in 2020, and then we're kind of back to this again. Hopefully, it won't be for long, though, Ben.
Yeah, we're hopeful that it's only for this get through this surge right now with the Omicron variant, which is just really impacting our community. And we want to make sure that we do things safe and for everybody, not just for our student athletes, but for the community we serve.
What do you think of this game here right now?
It's very exciting. It's very high energy, high paced, and 49 points at half, 39 back and forth. You're not going to get bored watching this game.
I tell you what, another cool thing that CRN Sports Productions is working on, as well as Ben and I, is guys are doing here at Wake Tech at the North Campus, the National Championship Tournament for the NJCAA or for this conference. Can you talk more about that?
Yeah, so as of right now, we are planning to host the Region 20 or Region 10 tournament. Yeah, so when then the winner of that would go on to the Nationals. But
that's at Iowa, I believe, right?
I'm not quite sure, to be honest.
Okay. So basically, Johnston, Wake Tech, Fayetteville, Pitt, all of the Division 10 regional teams in the conference would come here for a 3-day tournament.
Yeah, on the women's side, yes, sir. And and it should be a great event at our Wake Tech North campus, and we're excited about the ability to host that game or tournament.
And I'll tell you what, as well, you've done other tournaments. I think it was at the John Hill basketball tournament you did a couple of weeks ago, right before the Christmas break. You do a lot of things with this arena, not just for Wake Tech college sports, but also for high school and tournaments.
Yeah, we do a few things in the community. Obviously, it's a busy facility for Wake Tech purposes, but if we can do some limited community stuff when we're able to, and it kind of fits our mission, then we have done that. So again, the John Wall tournament that we were, hosted it, and it was an interesting event and great crowd and a little different time even a few weeks ago.
Hopefully things will turn around here very soon. Ben, thanks for your time, everybody. Again, that's Ben Anweiler. Again, he is the athletic director here for Wake Tech. Bruce Barrett is going to come back around here and join me real quick. I believe Will Chalk is actually here in a moment going to try to grab a word with the head coach for the Johnston Jaguars of Jay Creasy. Sorry I had to do a 360 on the camera. But, hey, Bruce, we're at halftime. A few more minutes left before the start of the second half. Your take of this game, where we're at so far, 10-point lead in round one of the rivalry.
Well, I tell you, Wake is moving the ball up and down the court. They're getting good looks, good shots. They're kind of forcing some threes and everything, and I'm sure they're going to want to try to clean that up. But right now they got 3 players with 12 points in Siago, Chris High, and also Jamison. The Jaguars have got to put some pressure on that ball and everything, because if they start getting out of control, this could get ugly real fast.
And for that matter, before I interrupt you again, the Jaguars have stopped that, because there's been a couple of times in the first half where the Eagles were beginning to pull away on the ascent, and the Jaguars were able to reel them back in.
Yeah, we've had 5 lead changes so far in this game, so the Jaguars just need to go. They have their leading scorer is Savon Holland. He's had 3 threes so far. Need to get the ball to him, get good opportunities, be a little more patient, work the ball around. Kind of when you start doing your attack, don't be afraid to reverse the ball. They reversed the ball 2 or 3 times in the first half and got some very, very good looks. If they continue to do that, Wesley, things can happen for them. They need to be patient, run their offense.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see where things develop, as that's where we're at currently right now at the half, with about 4 minutes until the start of the second 20-minute half. When we come back, we'll also check in with Will Chalk as he'll grab a word with Coach Jay Creasy, the head coach, down by 10 at the moment for his men, Johnston Jaguars. But again, we iterate. I talked to Ben. The referees are here. Our officials are here. It's different. Jackie, I don't know, our videographer, if you could turn around and show, it's just, it doesn't seem right without you not being here. We wish you were here. We wish you were here in some shape or form. We do wish you were here, but unfortunately, with all of the things going on with the Omicron variant and the COVID spike again, and our thoughts and prayers with everybody. You know, my parents got real sick right after Thanksgiving and before Christmas, and then my uncle passed, and he had a heart attack, but he also had COVID as well. And, you know, I say this humbly, you don't care about it, or you say things jokingly about it until it does hit home, and then when it affects you, and then you got to realize that we've got to do what we got to do to keep our people safe.
That's exactly right. And, we're fortunate to be here and to be able to broadcast this game for you, keep you in the loop. We got good audio tonight, and we're going to look forward to it really.
And I believe before we get ready for the second half of action, our Will Chalk is now with the head coach of the Johnston Jaguars, and Jay Creasy.
Hey, Coach Creasy, what did you tell your team in the locker room before you came out?
Well, the main thing is, first of all, we got to get back in transition. We got to be a little smarter offensively and work to get better shots. I think we're falling in love with the jump shot and not moving the ball through the zone, getting better looks, putting pressure on them to guard us at the rim. Our long jump shots lead to long rebounds. So we're giving up a lot of long rebounds, and then they're getting in transition, and they just beating us back on the court. Right now, they're playing harder. They're playing with more intensity, and they're playing with more effort than we are. So that's got to change.
So obviously, Wake Tech has a very fast-paced offense. How do you plan to slow that down in the second half?
Well, the best way to slow down our fast-paced offense is score the basketball. So when they take the ball out of the net, that automatically slows them down. So we have to take efficient shots. If we take better shots, we got a better chance of getting back in defense and setting the defense versus having to play in transition where their quickness is overwhelming us at times.
What offensive implications did you make to contend with them with talking about the tempo part of the game?
Well, we just got to be patient. Can't get into a track meet with them. That's what they want to do. They want to get a game up in the hundreds. We want to play a game 75 to 80. And we got to make sure we get stops.
Thank you, Coach.
Well, there's the thoughts of Coach Jay Creasy, and Will. I couldn't have said that any better with what he had to say there, Bruce.
Well, that's exactly right. We talked about that, patience with the ball. get good looks, work the ball around, reverse the ball when you can, and when you get those chances and get the open shot, take them. But you have to be patient, and they do not want to get into a game that's going to become a running game. They want to be patient and get back into this thing. Down 10, Jaguars with possession as we get going here.
Our buddy, come on, Green. We'll set up the tempo and get it right in front of our broadcast position. Back to Ruffin. And remember, they flip-flop from left to right, right to left now. As the Jaguars to their side of where they are on the bench is Holland tipped away, and there's no whistle or a foul. There's no foul that time called as Jamison's on the ground. I think they're going to call it on Perkins and number 3 in the push.
And it will be a foul.
They called it on come on Green. My apologies. Foul on Green.
I've got him down. That's his third.
Third foul on come on Green.
And the block was by Jakeem Herbin. Getting up there, way up in the air and blocking that outside shot.
Second half underway. It's a 10-point lead, 49-39. Here are the Eagles' Nest, the rivalry round 1. They'll play again later on in the season at track. Shot for 3. Off ball, it's under the backboard, but he saves it. There's Ruffin. DeAndre Dabney back to Ruffin. Ruffin up court. Here he goes midcourt. He goes down to Perkins. Perkins drives up the lane. Holland boxed in there. They try to get it there to him, and he turns it over. Pryor gets it back there to Siago. Siago now finds Humphrey. Humphrey throws up a 3. No good. Oh, they fall both on their backs. And they're going to call a foul on someone. Perkins is slow getting up. Soba's also high. They're going to call the foul on Perkins.
So
wow, they're going to call the foul on Perkins. And Coach Jay Creasy does not like that call.
Not happy at all with that.
Well, I'd recommend you kind of follow where they're at over there, but my goodness.
So here comes Wake Tech now.
Yes, sir. Driving up the lane, number 3. All about drive inside, 44 rebound, and finally a score by Jakeem Herbin, the 6'5", 215-pound freshman.
Jaguars throw it away. Ruffin was trying to hit number 3, Perkins, there on the sideline, and it went off his hands and out of bounds, and a turnover, an unforced error by the Jaguars there.
And here come the Jaguars. Back to defense as up the lane goes Siago. Siago now hands it off to Humphrey. Humphrey drives through off the nets. No
nice
good.
Rebound.
Perkins breaks through with the rebound.
And that's going to be against the Eagles here.
That's right.
And that will be against, I believe, number 2, Humphrey. If I'm not badly mistaken, that will be number 2. It will be his first. Here come the Jaguars. Jaguars need to score. They haven't scored in this half yet here at the 18-20 mark. Jaguars looking, cross-court pass. Ruffin, mid-range jumper. It's off the side of the iron. Rebounded by the Jaguars. Number 33, he goes up and gets the foul, draws the foul. Nice rebound by Dabney. And he'll be credited. It'll be a foul on number 44, and that'll be Herbin, and that's his second.
Second foul on Herbin. And this will send DeAndre Dabney to the line, number 33. He is a sophomore.
First free throws of the night for Dabney.
51-39, first shot up, and off the rim, no good.
Hit the back of the iron.
Ruffin and Humphrey already back behind the midcourt, back towards the Eagles zone.
3 of 7 now from the line.
So is Green. Dabney, second shot,
3
no
of 8.
good at the free throw line, 0 for 2. 0 for 2 on that exchange. Got to make your free throw shots. We testify on that so much. As Jamison now got it back to Humphrey. Humphrey now driving up the lane, boxed in, goes back down to Jamison. Jamison works his way around the half oval. And the whistle's foul called on Ruffin, I believe.
And it's going to be an offensive foul.
Oh, offensive foul
44.
called on Jakeem Herbin. That was not even nowhere near the ball.
Yeah, it was away from the ball, and that's going to be his third.
That's right. Third foul on Herbin now. And 2 just in this second half
and
alone
within the
on
last
44.
10 seconds.
That's exactly right. Pressure by High and Ruffin. Playing hot potato with the rock. They go inside back to Holland. Holland will now go driving up to Green to Perkins for 3. It's off the rim to the left. No good.
And
left
that
of the net.
should be it's going to go to the Eagles here.
That's touched by the Jaguars. O'Connor, back to the Eagles.
And they're still stuck on 39 here at the 7:34 mark.
They certainly are.
Johnson County coming up empty here in the second half so far.
51-39. This game continues on here. Thanks for those that are watching. For those that are listening, it's number 11 basket and one, Shane Siago. He's fouled by number 10, Savon Holland. 10 is Holland, Siago's 11, and the basket and one coming up for the big man. And I'm talking about a big man, people, a sophomore that is 6'10", 210 pounds. He's from Wendell, North Carolina, graduated from Knightdale High as a Knight, and he also went to Guilford Tech before becoming a Wake Tech Eagle. And he's going to go and one now at the line, Bruce Berry.
So he converted the three-point play his last time he was at the charity stripe, and he'll do it again. In fact, I've got him now 3 of 4 from the charity stripe.
Does it again.
54-39, Wake Tech on top here. Jaguars need an answer.
Walker Jr. going back now, looking for Marquise Allen. Top of the key, back onto Ruffin. Ruffin nowhere to go. Inside the lane, he'll find out Perkins. Perkins sets up back to Ruffin. Now back in. Oh, they're going to call him. They call him. He stepped over the line.
Stepped on the line.
They called it. Referees from the National Junior Collegiate Athletic Association. They include the crew chief, Kenny Johnston, Derek Guadio, and David Rittenhouse are the referees. And they called it. I was about to say the referee's about to run into the table. He was at full speed. He about ran into the table.
There's a 3-ball on the way, and he drains that. And that is number
44. The big man, Herman.
I tell you, when you get a guy 6'5", 215 pounds, and he can shoot the three,
and they just call a foul on Herman again.
And that's number 4.
That's 4 fouls on Herman. 3 in the last 2 minutes.
Yes, and so
21's coming in.
And that, of course,
Eric Sheridan.
And now the Jaguars, again, they have not scored in this second half. They really need a basket here.
So Eric Shadowin is in on now, sub.
Driving the lane. That was blocked.
Oh, he tried.
Number 21, Shadoan, who just came in, blocks it, gets the pass way down court, and it's good by number 12, High.
There's some type of debris on the floor right there at the white line. I think the referees are going to try to keep an eye on it there. We just noticed it a moment ago with the basket by Holland is in. Marquise Allen puts it in, but there is some type of Band-Aid. That's oh yeah, we don't want to touch that. It's a Band-Aid, Will. Don't touch it. Number 12, Chris High. Did he pick it up anyway? He's playing kickball.
He's playing soccer over there.
He's playing kickball with the Band-Aid.
There's a three-pointer miss.
Jumping up with it's Ruffin. Ruffin. Oh, wow.
And
Ruffin goes down hard.
It's going to be a foul on number 11.
He's kind of rubbing his right.
Siago.
Yeah.
Ruffin.
Rubbing his right knee. Hold on there. Right knee.
Oh, he's stretching it out.
Rubbing his kneecap there. That was a hard hit right in front of our broadcast position.
Siago now has 3 fouls. So now they got 2 players in foul trouble, Herman and Siago.
Come on, Green to Walker. Walker dumper off the rim.
Nice tap in.
And no goaltending either.
Nice tap in by Perkins.
That was sweet. Will Chalk, that was right in front of you. What a sweet play that was where he put it in the basket for 2, buddy. We'll get his thoughts from Will here in a minute. Number 11 driving up the lane.
Oh,
wow.
What a 3.
What a 3
Chris
by
High.
Shane Siago.
I've got High now with 4 3
Here we go again. Number 12, Charles Walker Jr. responds back. You know what, though, Will? I'm going to throw to you on the sidelines real quick, and Bruce as well. You can give your take on this. But this is what we talked about before the start of the second half. At halftime was not allowing Wake Tech to get a big lead and score on them, and that's what's happening right now, Will.
Yeah, I think Johnston has done good of slowing Wake Tech down because I don't think the tempo is as fast as it was in the first half, but they're still getting good passes, good scores. But Johnston's also coming back with their good shooting.
Well, they're right now 62-45. Wake Tech with a couple of free throws coming is Jamison.
Jamison at the line, and we're at the top of the hour. We'll pause for 10 seconds of network identification. This is Johnston Jaguars and the Wake Tech Eagles on the Community Radio Network.
The following is a presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN. You're listening to the Community Radio Network. Follow us via social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CRN Sports. Plus, listen to other games at 87.5 FM or join us anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.
So free throws.
10 of 14 right now
for the Wake
Eagles.
Tech Eagles. There
He
you go.
made both of those.
So the free throws were good. Welcome back. I'm Wesley Outland. Bruce
Nice
Barrett.
pass. That was well played.
Yes, well played by number 3. Come on, man, Perkins.
A good job by Charles Walker going right down the baseline.
Yep.
And getting that pass there and finishing.
Charles Walker Jr. with the score. Casey Perkins on the assist. Basket short by number 2, Humphrey.
3-on-1.
There goes King. Boom! Back in it again. You heard what Will said before the network ID. Your take on this game now as they're trying to get back out of the cellar.
Well, Jaguars have got a mountain to climb, but it can be done. They just need to be patient, play good. There's a good steal.
Charles Walker
good defense,
Jr.
and there you go. And that's another 2. That's
2.
12 points for Walker now.
Another 2 by Charles Walker Jr. You hear the Jaguars literally hyping up their teammates yelling defense because the crowd's not here.
It's going to be a block. They're going to call the Jaguars for a block there. And that's number 11. That would be Wakees Allen. That's just his first foul.
First foul on Wakees Allen for the afternoon. 64-51. Bruce, next timeout you got some college scores for us, and of course the national championship for Alabama and Georgia also whenever
that'll be getting started,
which is
here.
Right now. We got a timeout, so go ahead and give us some of the scores, my friend.
Okay, Bucknell leads Loyola 42-35 with 8:15 to go in the game. East Tennessee State is over the Catamounts of Western Carolina 42-25. That is a halftime score. Morgan State and South Carolina State with 4:22 in overtime are tied at 79. Holy Cross is trailing Lehigh 35-26 at halftime. Boston University over American University 42-29. That game just getting started in the second half. Navy 42, Lafayette 33. Navy came into that game at 10-4. And Southern and Bethune-Cookman with 14, just under the 15-minute mark now, are tied at 15 in the first. And UNC Greensboro defeated Wofford earlier tonight, 58-54. And, of course, Campbell in that thriller lost to Winthrop 74-72. And that is your Division I college basketball scores.
Campbell Camels. We love the Campbell Camels as well. They're good people. And by the way, I think they're just getting ready to kick the rock through the air, kick the gridiron, the pigskin for the 2022 college football playoff national championship game. Obviously, Alabama and Georgia. And we'll hopefully roll tide, get another national championship. Here we go. Number 3 at the line, and he will shoot for the Wake Tech Eagles again. Chance Jamison.
He made that one.
And Chance Jamison is a 160-pound, 6'4" sophomore guard from Raleigh. And the Southeast Raleigh Bulldog as well. We covered Southeast Raleigh Bulldogs basketball a couple weeks ago as well.
And I got him 4 from 4 from the charity stripe.
Tomorrow night, you talk about the rivalry between Johnston and Wake Tech. Yeah, what do you call it? The Governor's Cup, round 2, Cleveland-Clayton. We're going to cover the JV girls game as well tomorrow night, as Will Chalk and Brendan Reeves will be on the broadcast call for that one. And then we have the varsity women and men with Blake Robertson, Kim Winslow, and myself at wearecrn.com.
Cameron Green there was hustling to get that ball, bounced it off a Wake Tech player. It goes out of bounds. It will remain Jaguar ball.
And going back now,
nice
inside Perkins from Walker, boxed up, throws now back to King. King to Grove. Come on, Greedy threw it away. Misread. Got to Humphrey. King got it back, and he knocked it out of bounds.
Well, he did it. That will actually work out in Johnson's favor. You never want to save the ball under your own basket because the other team can get the ball and then get an easy shot. So now the defense can go down and set up. So that actually will work out for Johnston if they can stop them here.
Halfway goes back to the Wake Tech Eagles.
And see what I mean
Green
right
with
there.
a steal. Got him to Perkins. Perkins, basket 2. Good. Cut the lead to 13 now.
And there's another
And
steal. He stepped
stole
on the
it and
line.
stepped over the line right in front of us. Waukese Allen.
Oh, goodness. But they're starting
Wow.
to pressure the basketball now.
And like
Johnston
Kim Winslow says, momentum is a funny thing, and it does work in all sports.
It's a 13-point lead for the Eagles right now, but the Jaguars have not given up, and they're putting pressure on the ball.
Will
and here
Chalk,
they go again.
Will Chalk checking in with you, buddy, as we move midway through the second half. Basket and
It's a
no
charge.
good. It's a charge. It's going to be called
Are
on the
they calling it a
Eagles.
charge, or are they calling? Yes,
They are. Or is it no basket? What's the call here?
Well, no, they are calling it. The basket counts.
And as a charge.
It'll block.
And a
It would be a
one-shot
block.
foul. Basket of 1.
So it wasn't
Good
a
by
charge.
Chris High. Will, I was going to say, buddy, get ready for the comeback for the Jaguars.
They're starting to gain some momentum. I see them getting some better passes offensively, and they're actually kind of slowing Wake Tech down a little bit.
Trying to
Three-point
slow them
plays
down.
good.
Certainly are. As Perkins will find Kamon Green, top of the right circle to King. King will turn it
now
over, though,
they're-
and give it right back to Humphrey. Misread. Threw it up. Is Humphrey. Basket. Now Jamison in 2.
Yeah, I'll tell you, now the Eagles are starting to pressure the ball themselves, but Johnston not making good passes there on that last couple of possessions.
Closing in on under 12 minutes remaining here in the second half. As now it's Waukese Allen. Waukese Allen boxed in, goes to the other side of the circle to the key and finds now King. King now, left side of the baseline, goes in, goes now
Another
to
turnover.
Green, turns over again. Big man, number 11, Siago, basket by Jamison, and good. And a timeout called by Coach Jay Creasy.
As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
but I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
These are the sounds of a dinner that almost didn't happen. A dinner now served, thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feedingamerica.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
For help with food, healthcare, and other resources, call or visit 211.org.
211, how can I help you?
211. Get connected. Get help. A message from United Way and the Ad Council.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Welcome back, Johnston Jaguar basketball, as well as the Wake Tech Eagles and the Eagles Nest. 11:34 left to go here in the game. Second half action, 73-53. 20-point lead now, Bruce, for the Eagles.
And 20 of those points have been scored by Chance Jamison.
Basket.
And there's my
one.
Go.
Good for Waukese Allen. No, he took it away.
Wait a minute. Well,
no basket.
Let's see here. The foul was made before the shot, and that was going to be on Jalen Lynch, his first.
So the foul is on
Wake
Lynch. So it is a no basket, but it will remain Jaguars basketball. Foul on Lynch for Wake Tech as Ruffin throws it up all the way to the other side to Waukese Allen. He'll drive up the lane. Short, 111 to another 11. Siago getting the rebound for the Eagles. Rushing up court, the big man. Sets it up now to
short.
21. Shout it in, and he's short. Come on, Green got it and tipped it right back to Humphrey. Humphrey driving up the lane. 2 minute beat. Got it back now. Look to 2 to 3. Off the net. No good with the attempt by number 5, Lynch. And coming up with it is Waukese Allen. Allen, Charles
2 on
Walker
1.
Jr. Come on, Green. Basket. Boom. Good.
Green with 2. Nice movement there. Got a fast break opportunity. 2 on 1. They finished there. 73-55. Wake Tech on top of Johnston right now.
Got that lead now back to 18 as this game continues on for these teams going at it here on the court. Under pressure, boxed in. That's going to be Lynch. Lynch will now go inside. He'll now find. Shot by Shouted. And
he
in
makes
for
it.
3. He made it.
And
It is
that's
good. Wake
his
Tech
first 3 of the night.
starting to pull away by 21. Basket
And
no
there's a
good
drive
as
and
number
get the
2,
foul.
come on, Green, driving up the lane, and he is fouled, Bruce. He's going to go to the line and shoot 2, but no basket on the attempt here.
So Green comes up shooting 2. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Would like to make these 2 here.
It will be number 2, come on, Green, the freshman, going to the line. And again, he will be shooting 2 here. As right now we are seeing 76-55, Bruce a 21-point lead. And literally we are watching the Eagles just starting to run away here at the Eagles' Nest.
That's right. He misses his first. So shot number 2 coming.
Trying to close in on that lead here. Come on, Green. Second shot. Under pressure.
And he makes the second. So our score now is 76-56. It's a 20-point lead for the Eagles of Wake Tech.
Here inside the Eagles' Nest, they call it Wake Tech.
Thought about a 3.
Throw up.
Here's
There
one.
he goes. Oh, it's off the
That's off.
backboard. Short by Chris High. Charles Walker Jr. got a foul there. Reached in on him. It's on number 3 of Jamison.
And I believe that's his first that I see.
Foul on Jamison. First foul tonight.
And it'll be a one-on-one opportunity now. As number 12, Charles Walker will come to shoot the one-on-one. He sets, dribbles. The shot.
Puts it off the
good.
net. No good on the backboard. Charles Walker Jr. on the 1-and-1. And here they come responding. 76-56, 20-point lead. We're under 10 minutes remaining. It's right now. 20-point lead for the Eagles. You said it, Bruce. Will said it. I said it. We couldn't let it happen, but
Mid-range
it's
jumper.
happened again as Jamison scores and the Eagles pulling away. The Jaguars just giving it right back to them again.
Another
Shouting,
turnover.
getting the ball back. Another shot for 2 by Humphrey on the layup. No good. Rebound by the Jaguars. They respond. It's number 0 back in the game.
Yeah, that's Lewis. Here's a shot
by
the Jaguars
Walker.
off. And it's just the balls are just falling short on their
Yeah.
mid-range jumpers right now for the Jaguars. It's just nothing dropping in the basket for them.
And it's just heartbreak. This shouldn't have happened here, but we worried when it happened this way. It's happening that way, and it's just come out the way it is. Here we go. Shot
Another
off the
short.
backboard.
There's a nice
Joaquin Allen
rebound.
was the saving grace to put it in for 2 on the rebound, and it does count.
8 points for Allen now.
Exactly
58-78, a 20-point lead for the Eagles.
Here we go, playing pick up again. Pressure boxed on number 13, Mike Mason Jr.
Nice pass.
Up the lane. Joe, no good by Jamison.
Can't finish.
Rebound. First time. Second time. In. Siago. Basket. And a timeout's called by the Wake Tech Eagles. But I tell you what, Bruce, man, it's just, we are watching these two teams play here. As right now it is 80-58, and at one time it was a 10-point lead as a timeout's called. But Bruce, we literally, this game could go either way. But once that momentum began for the Wake Tech Eagles here at their home house, even though there ain't no fans here, that's all she wrote. They're pulling away.
8:31 left to go in this game, and you're trailing right now by 22 points. You need strategy. Well, we kind of need some right now for Johnston, that's for sure. But the problem right now is the Jaguars, the shots are just not falling. They're not getting very good looks. They've made some turnovers in this game that's cost them. And in transition, Wake has done a good job of getting the ball in transition and getting points off turnovers. And that's the key to the game right now.
Will, chalk down to you on the sidelines. What's your take of everything right now as it is down to 8 minutes remaining in regulation?
Well, Wake Tech is really just controlling the tempo like they did in the first half, and Johnston just can't. Johnston's just getting a lot of sloppy passes right now, and Wake Tech is taking advantage of all of that. But also, by the way, talking about the college football playoff, I just watched a video of Lee Corso picking who he thought was going to win, his iconic
with his helmet.
With his helmet.
Yeah.
He actually chose Georgia to win.
Huh?
He put a Bulldog helmet on?
Yeah, and he petted Uga.
I'd like to say he's a Florida State graduate also.
I don't like him anymore. 22-point lead. I'm going to hit him up on Twitter. Shot for three. No good by Ruffin. They turn it over. They're going to say it's Wake Tech ball.
We got a final score. Morgan State just defeated South Carolina State 88-81, and that was in overtime.
Well, there you go.
East Tennessee State still leads the Catamounts of West Carolina 48-33 with 15:58 to go in the game. And here comes Wake Tech now with the ball.
There we go. So time running out here. 80-58. Trying to increase that lead and more. 22-point lead.
3 ball on the way. That's going to be off the rim.
And they rebound back to the Jaguars. Trying to get it to DeAndre Dabney right in front of him as he got back to Ruffin. Ruffin will find Walker.
Nice pass.
Boom, boom, boom.
That ball never touched the ground until it got to the player who scored.
That's exactly right. That was good work there. Good transition by all three. Thank you to Jackie Zinn, our CRN production assistant, helping on the sights of the game for those that are watching on YouTube TV. And, of course, Bruce Barrett, Will Chalk on the sideline, and Wesley Outland. And the basket off the rim, no good. And the whistle and a foul called. It'll be on the Jaguars again. Yeah.
Man, it's going to be on Allen. Got him down for 2.
Well. 1-1. Are they calling 1-1? They're calling it 1-1. They are. It's 1-1.
They're actually
and they're
calling
going to the
foul.
Jaguars court.
They're calling the foul on number 11, and that's going to be Siago, and that's his 4th.
Siago, but his 4th foul of the game. Siago, foul number 4. And it's 1-1.
It'll be number 33, Dabney shooting. He's 0 for 2 so far from the charity stripe.
DeAndre Dabney, sophomore, number 33, to the line. He'll go to the base, to the free throw line. This is round 1 of the rivalry. Wake Tech and Johnston, they'll meet again at Shrek, hopefully.
Makes the first.
DeAndre Dabney, the first one is in, then good. Wish you fans could be here. It's just not the same without it. It's, hopefully, Bruce, we don't go back to this type of atmosphere again in sports.
Well, it's unfortunate, but we are very privileged to be here tonight and to bring this coverage to our fans they may not be here, but you can rest assured they're sitting here listening to our broadcast, and he makes both of them.
Listening and watching it in some shape or form here. There we go. Driving up the lane, number 3, Jamison.
No good. And here come the Jaguars, trailing 80-62. 18-point lead right now. 6:51 to go. There's a nice spin move, but a block, but it's going to be a foul.
Yeah.
On number 3, and that's going to be Jamison, and that will be a shooting foul.
So unless some type of a miracle happens, of the 11 games they played so far, they're right now 7-4. In conference, they're batting .500 at 4-4. They'll fall to 4-5, 7-5 overall in 12 games. And they're right now 3-4 on away losses if they lose, which looks like it's the inevitable. They will come back and play Wake Tech at Johnston on Wednesday, February the 9th. Wednesday, February the 9th. That game will be at 7 o'clock at the Shrek when they play them again as Dabney makes his first free throw. And we got a sub coming in, number 2, Kamon Green, letting Charles Walker Jr. take a rest for the Jaguars, Bruce.
So Dabney now.
By the way, we hinted on it. We hinted on it a little bit with Mr. Ben Anweiler, the AD here at the Wake Tech with the Eagles. And the tournament will be here for the Regional 10 District Tournament for the women.
They missed the second free throw, and there was a little tie up there, but the Eagles were able to get get possession as they cross the timeline.
That's right.
And
Time
there's a
running out.
throwaway,
Oh, wow.
and it looked like it touched the Jaguar before it went out of bounds.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, no, I believe it was number 13, Mason, that it touched. So Wake
Deflected
Tech,
off Mike Mason Jr.
16 to shoot.
6.5 remaining in regulation. Number 5, Jalen Lynch. Pressured by Ruffin. Gets it now to Jamison. Pressured by Dabney. Now gets it to number 12 of Chris High. High throws one up. Come on, Green. Covering him. He falls down.
Good.
He's
Here
all
come
right.
the
Keeps on
Jaguars,
going.
2-on-1.
Come on, Green. Puts it
And he
in.
makes
2. The assist by Savon Holland.
So now 85-65, 15-point lead here.
Trying to come back down by 15 now, Bruce Barrett. Driving up the lane. Lynch will now go back. He'll go around and go to Jamison. Jamison back to Lynch. He'll now go back to Humphrey. Humphrey boxed in on pressure by Mike Mason. And they'll work their way up the lane. Come on, Green calling signals now. They kind of box out to a triangle and then a one-on-one. And then they get the ball stole by Mason. Mason couldn't get it in time to Dabney. As number 3 got the rebound. He went for the attempt. Jamison, but
Here
Dabney was
comes the
there for the
Jaguars.
takeaway. Come on, Green. On Showden, and
He'll
he's
be
fouled.
by number 21. That's
Eric
going to be
Showden.
It'll be his second.
Let's
But-
go to the sideline real quick and we'll chalk.
Hey, I'm following the playoff, and I just got information that I was looking at the game. Alabama was passing the ball, and he got sacked, and they're seeing if it was a fumble or incomplete pass, but Georgia scooped and scored.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh.
Don't tell me any more bad news, okay? Bad news. So Johnston's losing, and Bama is getting scored on first. I don't like it.
Misses the first free throw, Green. And Green right now, I've got him.
We didn't even find Will, who you picking? You didn't even tell us yet. Who are you riding with? Who's your pick?
He said Georgia.
Did you say Georgia? You did.
Yeah, you
Never
did.
mind. I want to talk to you no more.
Yeah.
5.5 remaining.
I said I would like Georgia to win. If they don't compete in the second half, they're not gonna win.
There you go.
But they just reviewed it, and I'm pretty sure they called it incomplete.
Good. They needed to.
He
Here we
misses
go.
both
Come
of them. Come on, Green. 2 of 8 right now from the charity stripe. And this ball will belong. That went out of bounds, and it was off the Eagles. So the Jaguars will maintain possession. They'll have 20 seconds to shoot. As the shot clock is reset.
That's right. It's always in effect.
Oh, and we got an injury.
wow.
We got an
We got a
injury.
player down. We got a Wake Tech player down. Number 2, Cameron Humphrey. And they're going to call a foul on number 10, Savon Holland. I'm not sure what happened here. Man, it's even making the director of operations for the Johnston Jaguars, Greg Morrison, become unglued. Greg Morrissey come unglued. And he's saying, man, that's just basketball. How can you call a foul on that? That's ridiculous. And
Humphrey is up, and he's doing good. He's okay. And he's got the basketball. He seems to be moving around
and
pretty
Jay
good.
Creasy still trying to complain his foul with the refs, but it ain't working.
And that's out of bounds, and that will
Here we
go
go back to the Jaguars.
to the Jaguars. Good defense by the Jaguars here.
Officials again from the National Junior Collegiate Athletic Association of the Triangle. Of course, Kenny Johnson is the crew chief. Referees are Derek Guadio and David Rittenhouse. Clock operator Allison Beasley. And the score for the game is Robin Page. 5 minutes remaining in regulation.
That's a three ball. That's good.
Number 10, Savon Holland. They needed it. And
That's
the
his
Jaguars
fourth-
take a
that's his
timeout.
Fourth three.
That our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Eagles Nest here at Wake Tech. Our score, Wake Tech Eagles 80, Johnston Jaguars 68, and college basketball Loyola is leading Bucknell 60-54 with 7:38 to go in the second half. And Lehigh is over Holy Cross 53-42 in the second period. And Boston University defeating over American University with just under 10 minutes to go in that game, 58-43. Back to Wesley.
Just under 5 minutes remaining. Bruce Barrett on some college scores. As this college game rolls on, sanctioned by the NJCAA, as almost losing the ball goes Herman. Herman will turn it over, and it'll be whistle and a foul called. And Mike Mason definitely beside himself thinking, you can't do that. And they're going to call 1-1 here. Number 44 is going to go to the line of the bait to free throw, and he's going to go to the charity stripe, and that's going to be Jakeem Herman, the freshman forward, will shoot 1-1, Bruce.
Herman with 5 points in this game. First time visiting the charity stripe. This shot is good.
Tomorrow night, the rivalry tonight for college basketball between Wake Tech and Johnston. Tomorrow night, the Governor's Cup Round 2, the JoCo Bowl game, the basketball between the Cleveland Rams and the Clayton Comets. JV girls basketball with our interns, Will Chalk and Brendan Reeves. And then Kim Winslow, Blake Robertson, and myself for the game tomorrow night on the Community Radio Network. And shot, rough and off the backboard, Bruce. But look at Mason, saving grace, rebound, short again. Siago got it back. Siago gets to Humphrey. He about ran it to the referee on the sideline. And now they right their way back to the court again. Oh, wow. Jamison, big man, throw. Herman, nowhere. They fall over the ball. He tripped over the ball, and they're going to turn it over, get it back to the Jaguars.
Yeah, it was just not a very good pass there by Herman there, trying to get the ball to the baseline for a layup, and it's just not a very good pass. It'll be a turnover to the Jaguars. 82-68, 4:08 to go here in the game.
Coming down to the home stretch here for this game is again, here comes number 3, Casey Perkins. Perkins goes back down to Green. Green now back to Mason. Mason to rough into 1. Back to Mason again on the way we reset. Now back to the triangle with now a shot for 3 from Green to Ruffin on the 3. No good.
Nice
Perkins
rebound.
on the rebound. He's boxed by 3 and a foul.
And they're going to go an over the top. Oh, and I believe it was number 13.
Yeah.
And actually, correction, they're calling it a foul against Wake Tech. So that'll send number 3, Casey Perkins, to the line.
So for the Jaguars, again, they are going to fall unless something crazy here happens down the stretch.
And he rims that one in. It hit the back iron, went straight up, and came right back through the net. So the first one's good.
Next game coming up will be on Thursday, by the way. And by the way, the South Forest Community College game is canceled. That is a forfeit because, come to find out, the team ain't even around anymore.
So here's a chance for the Jaguars, but they get the ball, and then they turn it over. And now here's a strip.
That's Green. Look at Green. 2 to beat. Basket and 2.
Wow. A good job there.
Hey, Bruce, they're coming back. We'll chalk down to you on the sideline, but do not give me an update on the college football playoff championship.
I mean, it's a good update. You want it?
They scored a touchdown.
No, they kicked a field goal. It's better than nothing.
Back to you, Bruce.
Bethune-Cookman is leading Southern right now, 33-26.
Me and my girlfriend, the production assistant and videographer, are going to the sports bar when the game's over. When this game's over, so but 3-0 right now. No, Will. Back serious note though, buddy. Hey, they're getting back in this thing.
Yeah, I see Wake Tech getting a lot of transition points right now, having great passing, and they're basically flip-flopped.
It's an 11-point game right now. The Jaguars with 3:30 to go, if they can play some good defense and get back in this thing, you got to remember that 3 ball is a big play in college basketball. And if they can get a couple of threes off and nail them and get right back into this thing, and the rivalry will take off again.
Ignite again.
How about this one? And I want to, being a Navy veteran, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Navy is defeating Lafayette 56-44, and the Navy with the win will have 11 wins already.
That is awesome. 82-71, 9-point lead for the Eagles. As it will be Eagles basketball. Back up court, number 3.
Pressure on the ball.
Oh, wow. Yes, it is. Pressure on the ball. He is fouled. He's fouled.
They're going to call a foul.
They're going to call it on Kamon Green, I believe.
And if that's the case, that will be number 4. But now this will put number 3, Jamison, to the line. I've got him 22 points so far with a chance to make it 24.
Yeah, the way Kamon Green's acted, I think they called the foul on number 2. So how many fouls on Green? 3 now, I believe, or 4? 4 fouls now. 3 Jaguar players with 4 fouls or more.
And that's unofficial, but that's what I've got.
Yeah,
and
again,
no good. He missed it.
No fans are here, and neither is public address. We don't hear the announcers calling the game and giving you blow by blow, or at least who's at the line and how many fouls, team fouls, blah 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 blah. And it's different. It's different. So 82-71 and a turnover, and they're going to give it back to Wake Tech, Bruce.
So now the Jaguars are coming out. It looks like they're going to go full court press here now. Full court press. They're down by 11 here with 3:12 to go in the game. And there's a ball's on the ground. They get it away, and now a foul's going to be called.
Yeah, they're going to call a foul.
And they're actually going to call number 3, but now he's getting up limping. Jamison is limping a little bit.
Number 3, definitely showing signs of.
So it'll put Jamison back to the line. He missed his last free throw on a 1-and-1.
So the next game, since we're continuing to go over everything for the upcoming schedule, is going to be for the men's basketball, and their next game is going to be coming up on Thursday. The game that was scheduled for Wednesday is canceled, and that was the game that was against South Forest. That team no longer around, and so the game that was postponed a while back, Bruce, with Bryant and Stratton College, is now going to be played on Thursday at 7 p.m., and that's our next broadcast. We'll have it from the Shrike. I believe it'll be Kevin Stump and myself on the call for that one, because we'll have some other multi-broadcasts going on at the same time. Jamison at the line. He'll make it.
It was the double bonus now. He splits the free throws. 12-point lead now, and a turnover by the Jaguars in the offensive zone.
Lewisburg College
and there's
has
a foul
women's.
reach in by number 11 to stop the clock. That's Allen. He'll have his second.
The women's Jaguars are on the road in South Carolina tonight, taking on USC Lexahatchee. And then, of course, they're back with action against Lewisburg on Saturday. And then, of course, they're back at the Shrike Center this Sunday, Catawba Valley. 3 p.m. tip-off. We'll have that as well for you. Women's college basketball on the Community Radio Network and on the Jaguars YouTube TV, Bruce.
Misses the first free throw.
Big schedule ahead. Follow us at wearecrn.com for high school and college basketball.
2:57 left to go in this game. A big free throws here. That one goes in. He splits the pair. Here come the Jaguars. The Jaguars need to score quickly, but they also need to protect the ball.
They do. And they got to come back out of the cellar. Down back again by 13. Driving up the lane.
Mid-range jumper.
Oh, that's a way to do it with Mason getting the rebound back. And then Perkins, they fight for it, coming out with it. Wow.
And it was
he almost overshot it. Siago to Humphrey. And Humphrey slows down the tempo to reset him again.
And the Jaguars, there was 2 Jaguars fighting for the ball, and they wound up losing it to the Eagles.
But what a valiant effort by Kamon Green and Charles Walker, trying so hard to find a way to put the ball up, just coming up short. And the number 11, Siago, that big man right there, just busted through, got the rebound, stole it away. And
nice pass. What a beautiful play that was there. Number 3 with the basket.
Chance Jamison in the back to another 3 of Casey Perkins' basket, and he'll put it in there for 2.
25 points.
Casey Perkins just made 2.
And we have
a timeout as well. Will, man, I'll tell you what, this game back and forth. And, hey, it's like football. Playoffs in the NFL, they have a 2-minute warning.
Yeah, no,
we have a 2-minute timeout.
Especially like the game last night. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow, wasn't that one? Hey, and my Steelers are in the playoffs, so I'm happy, right?
I'm glad.
I just got one question. Where in the world did the Jaguars come from yesterday?
I see you are wearing the Jaguars.
That's exactly right.
Hey, Will,
my 2 favorite teams are the Jacksonville Jaguars and the JCC Jaguars.
I'll stick to the Steelers.
That was a good segue there, Bruce. Good way to get a bonus. 86-73. Eagles basketball.
They run the baseline.
That's right. Number 3 to 12.
And here we go.
That's Jamison back to high. Back to Jamison. It was boxed in right in front of us. That was Perkins and Mason.
They throw it away.
They throw it away.
That's what pressure defense will do. You can get that pressure on the ball, and then there's a mistake made, and now you can come down and get it a quick 2. A 3 here would make it a 10-point game.
86-73 down the stretch they come. Waukee Allen about turned it over, got it back, save, and the ball gets deflected in the upper deck of the grandstands with no fans there. There's a souvenir for a lucky fan. If you were there, wish you were there. Wish you were there.
I think you have to give the ball back.
You do. I think you do. Yeah, it's not like
the hockey puck.
Yeah, a hockey puck or a baseball.
There's a nice pass.
Yeah,
Mid-range jumper.
No good. And the big man again, Siago says, "I'll have none of it." Breaks through the Jamison. Jamison gets it back to Humphrey, and they slow down the tempo. New player in, by the way. Roderick Benjamin's in there. They're going to power the way to the nets. Here comes Jamison, jumper off the rim, the backboard, no good. And turning right back over again. The Jaguars.
There's a hard foul.
Little slow walking. It's the big man, Siago. Yeah. Shane Siago. They're going to call a foul on number 13 of Mike Mason Jr. for the Jaguars, Bruce. Wow.
It's his second, and the big man, number 11, Siago, will come up, and he will shoot 2 because they are in the double bonus.
Can he see the free throws?
We'll find out in just a minute. The first one's up, and it hits the bottom of the net.
He answered that question for me. 87-73, coming up on 1:13 remaining. Got another game for you on Thursday night. Thursday night college basketball from the Schrack Center in Smithfield.
Right.
As Johnston Jaguars men's basketball hosts Catawba. Women are on the road tonight. And, of course, they were scheduled to be canceled, Bruce. And then Saturday, Lewisburg. They're at Lewisburg. And then Sunday, they have a game for men on Sunday afternoon.
Oh,
there we
there's
go,
a
right in
break
front
on
of
the
us.
ball.
Still at Jamison again. Jamison.
Oh, he got pickpocketed.
Pickpocketed. He got robbed.
But it's going to be a turnover by Mason.
Yes, it is. Man.
He got the steal, but was unable to control the ball, and therefore it'll be inbounded by the Eagles on the Johnston baseline.
Siago, Jamison, under a minute remaining.
Nice pass, nice play by number
good.
11.
Yes.
For 2. And
so we'll make his way back to the coaches and grab a word with them, maybe some players too. As man. There goes number 21, Shalvin getting the rebound back. Shalvin to find number 3.
3-on-1.
Oh, basket. Got it. Number 11. Shane Siago again. Man, Siago's good. It's between him and Jamison for players of the game for the Eagles, Bruce. I know that much. 35 seconds in regulation remaining in the second half.
I have Siago with 22 points.
Humphrey and a reach in and a foul called is going to be on number 3, Casey Perkins.
And I got him with 4.
4 fouls on Perkins now.
Again, that's unofficial, but that's what I have right now for him.
And they're going to bring.
And now they're saying it's 5. I was thinking that could be number 5.
5 fouls actually on Perkins. He's done for the game. So a fouled out player for the Jaguars is sophomore number 3, Casey Perkins, as DeAndre Dabney will come in on sub for him.
9 points for Perkins tonight.
These two teams will meet each other again at the Schrack for round 2 of the rivalry on February the 9th.
First shot is up, and it is
good by number 2. That is Kamon Humphrey. Kamon Humphrey is a 5'9", 155-pound sophomore guard from Raleigh, graduated from Knightdale, the home of the Knights. 92-75, next shot coming up. 27.5 seconds remaining in regulation. And both the free throws are good for Humphrey, Bruce Berry.
12 points for Humphrey in this game.
Well, this game could have went either way, and it turned out as it has.
I'll tell you, Wake Tech is running the ball.
A valiant effort, though, by the Jaguars. They tried 2 times and put up that momentum boost, but just simply ran out of gas. Shot again for 3. Off the rim, no good. The attempt by 31 of Roderick Benjamin. 15 seconds remaining. No need to foul. They're going to play to the whistle blows. Chance Jamison lets
There's
the
a
ball
let it
dribble
go.
midcourt for the final time. That is pretty much going to call it the game as round one of the rivalry goes to the Wake Tech Eagles. Final score, the Eagles 93, the Johnston Jaguars 75 here at the Eagles Nest. Both players coming in and they congratulate one another, shaking hands, good sportsmanship. I love that. Good to see that again. Bruce Barrett, what do you got there? You got some stats I see in front of me.
Here is the Eagles' stats. They averaged 92.8 points a game. They scored 93 tonight, right on that average. And I believe we have an interview with the head coach of Wake Tech.
Let's go down to Will Chalk. He's with the head coach of Wake Tech Eagles.
All right, Coach, how do you think your team played in the second half to really seal this win?
I thought we did a good job getting the ball down the floor in transition. Sometimes a little bit too much. I was trying to slow them down a little bit. We took a few bad shots there, let them get back in it a couple times. But overall, I'm pleased with our effort tonight, being since we only had 9 players due to some COVID issues and some other stuff. You know, I'm pleased with the effort. Our zone looked a little bit better at certain phases of the second half, and you know, we're gonna keep on working.
I noticed you called a timeout with 5 minutes left. What did you tell your team in the huddle to really seal this game?
This game's not over yet. We can't be taking stupid shots and not getting back in transition. They did a really good job getting back in transition, and they did a really good job getting down the floor. And you know, I was telling our players that's what happens when you run really, really hard. So you know, I can get more out of my team. We just got to keep on working, and it's get back in shape because we've had a COVID break for a couple of weeks, so we're not really in great shape right now. But we got to keep on working.
Yeah, how does it feel to win the rivalry and then going into next week playing some more games?
It's not going to be well. It feels good. It feels good to win against a local team, and you know, we got a tough week next week. Might even have more games than that. We're trying to reschedule a couple right now, so we got one Wednesday night, and then we're trying to get one this weekend. So we understand this is that crunch time, and this is when you got to be ready to roll because you know you got to win 3 games in 3 days to get to the national tournament, and that's what we're banking on.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, Will, and hey, buddy, we'll let you give your final thoughts to the game as well before we top off tonight. Great job, man, making your debut in college basketball.
For my first college game, I gotta say it was really fast paced. And really, Wake Tech really just controlled the whole game offensively and defensively, causing so many turnovers, not really letting Johnston County get anything going.
Well, that's exactly right, Will. And Wake Tech took the lead with about 5 minutes to go when Johnston came and they took a lead. And then once Wake Tech took that lead back at 31-30, they never looked back, and they just finished and closed out. And that was the difference in the game. The Wake Tech wins tonight 93-75. And it's just a really, really fast-paced game. The Eagles ran, and they hit their mark. They were right at 92 points in their average, and they did 92 tonight.
Hey, I got a score update on the college football playoff, if you don't mind. 5:46 left in the first quarter. Alabama's up 3-0 over Georgia. Georgia's got the ball on their own 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
All right, well, everybody, we're going to get out of here because it looks like they're trying to put in the bleachers and take all of our equipment and throw boxes everywhere, and it's really disrespectful. But anyhow, we're going to go ahead and get on out of here, folks, as this game's in the books, 93-75 the final. We thank you all for joining us here on the broadcast. Thank you to Will Chalk on the sideline. Thanks again to Bruce Barrett, as always. I'm Wesley Outland. Be good to one another. Jaguars basketball will return on Thursday night, as again is Bryant and Stratton out of Virginia will be in the Schrack Center for that game. The Wednesday game, again, at South Forest is canceled. That will be Thursday, and again, they will be back on Friday too. So be good to one another. Thank you for listening. Big win for the Wake Tech Eagles, and again, that has been a wrap-up of our coverage here from the Eagles Nest. Of course, follow us at wearecrn.com, at CRN Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And, of course, appreciate you all checking us out. Big win for the Eagles. They play again on February the 9th. Good night.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.